Hello and good evening, everybody. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. How is everybody doing tonight? What's going on out there in the world? No, I didn't want to click that. That's the button I want. There we go. Toggle full screen. Now you guys should be able to see, and let me know how you can hear. Oh, that sounds very good. I'm at the movie theater. Movie starts in like 40 minutes. Well, thanks for tuning in while you still can. Please let me know how the audio is. I do have the little Toyota Celica Sport Specialty 2 out right now. And it does make quite the good noise. Hello, Liberty. Hello, JMEC. Hello, Coy. Coy does get first dibs on being... I can hear. Awesome. Hello, Sadie. How's it going? All right. That car sounds good. That is bone stock, I will have you know. That is a bone stock. Mind if I bump into your room real quick? Not at all. I'm not on Discord at the moment, but you can certainly. Do you mean like on Discord? What room do you speak of? Yeah. Yes, what we are doing tonight, because Sadie has this hill climb challenge she has issued. Your Xbox. Oh, you mean like. Oh, you mean like jump in with me and play? Yeah, go right ahead. It's your challenge I'm practicing for, anyways, so that'd actually be helpful if you wanted to show me your stream room. Something. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm gonna get a knock on the door behind me, and it's just gonna be like, what the hell? uh, but yeah, so we are gonna be building. Yeah, it's stock, but how does it sound with the total exhaust delete? You can't do total exhaust deletes. You know what we can do though? Why is my headset so flippin' loud? What the heck? Oh, maybe it's because Mon Bazoo was so quiet yesterday. Mon Bazoo is weird with its audio. Let's see what this car sounds like. Alright, we got stock exhaust. Added you, by the way. It has not come through on my side yet. Let me check and see here. I have no recent friend requests. Interesting. I don't know. Knock, knock, awkward silence. Yeah, no kidding. You know what? Just to be safe here, give me a minute. Just in case something weird happens here. Oh, there, wait, yep, there it is, it came through. Also, it would be helpful if I can coach you on the routes. Yes, not a problem. If you wanted to, so I don't know what will work, do you want me to call you directly? Yeah, if you want, hop into let me get Discord going here. And I will, if you want, hop on. Do you care if I just put you on stream so you can be heard? Is that okay with you? Also, what happened to the stream? What do you mean what happened to the stream? Oh, I turned it off real quick because I was checking something. I'll put it back up in a minute. It just yeah, I turned my game capture off. It'll be okay. Add friend, submit. Yay, okay. Yeah, I'll turn it back on in a minute. I didn't know. Okay, we're good. No worries, I got my VC face on. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, well, if you want to include me, well, what it'll be is your PFP on Discord is going to pop up on my screen. So, let me pull that up real quick. DIR. There's Discord. All I can hear is that song, Discord, I'm howling at the moon and streaming in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take our wood away? Alright. I am in the call, Sadie, so hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hang on, let me just turn it up. All right. So
Perfect.
you're gonna try to find a car for this. What car are you trying to develop right now?
I hadn't really picked one yet. I was gonna do some testing and some. That's kind of what I was doing tonight, was building different cars, testing tuning setups. So I hadn't really decided what car to run yet. I was just gonna try different cars at different levels with different tunings and stuff like that, and see what did well. So,
All right.
fun fact: the app I'm using says it will access my username, avatar, and banner, and interface with my Discord client, but it will not microbrew me some local kombucha. So, sorry, I just felt that was I felt that was necessary to share. I I particularly like that website because it always tells us like it will do this, it will do this, but it won't take you out for a nice steak dinner. It always does this, and I find it amusing.
Let's, um, so let's start with your build first. I'm gonna do a build assessment. What we need to do. Normally, whenever you're doing A class, arrow doesn't matter around A class. Around that field, you're supposed to just like go for your homebrew experiments. Like, you're gonna take your car in the garage, and then you're just participating in on Pikes Peak League C, right? So you gotta have some race attachment on, and
You have to
just
have
make sure that you fill the PI requirement around A class, the full on A class, which is A800.
so basically
Um,
just don't go over A class and make it good on a hill climb.
yep.
Okay, that's easy enough then. I can definitely do that. Um, let me just grab something A class so you can show me the routes first.
That's no problem. I'll show you my own A class that I usually take a road.
Cool.
I don't normally just take my Civic, but like on this entry, I'm gonna take my Civic. So
Well,
I'm going.
I say that's not necessarily a bad idea. Something you're very comfortable in is a great way to learn a track.
Yeah, but sometimes, like you said, experimenting is always fun too.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I won't disagree with you on that at all. I just mean for especially for showing somebody something. It's like yeah, that's not a bad way to do it. What should it take? Oh, perfect. My Mustang. My SVO Mustang. That's awesome. Hello, by the way, Walter. Thanks for stopping in. And hello, Hedgehog. No trailer of the new Need for Speed game, but it still will release later this year, so we get the trailer. We'll find out. Yeah, it'll come eventually. One of the two.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
take my Capri. That's what I'm gonna take.
I am not a big Ford fanatic. However, my dad actually owns one of these. Oh, hang on. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Sorry, I feel the need to do that when that happens. Oops. Perfect. But yeah, my dad actually has a Fox body Mustang. Yeah. My dad has a Fox body Mustang like this that he commutes in daily, and it's actually a 4-cylinder 2.35 speed, just like this Mustang SVO. Now this is obviously a special tuned version of it, but it's as close to it's as close to in a game as a 4-cylinder 5-speed Fox body's ever gonna get. So I do kind of have a thing for this car.
Hey, where
It's
are you on the map? I'm trying to find
me and Liberty are vibing to Eurobeat right now. Yes, keep vibing to the Eurobeat. That's the good stuff. If you want the one, where are you at, Sadie?
I'm actually at the Horizon Festival.
Oh, perfect. I'm just out here on the racetrack, out by the start of like the festival circuit.
Okay.
Basically, right short of the drift zone. I'm just kind of sitting here chilling because I wanted to get away from all the loud music of the festival. I like it where it's a little quieter. Especially because I just wanted to ogle my car anyway, so... if you want to just meet me out here, I'm ready
I
whenever you are.
seriously cannot see you for some odd reason.
I don't know quite yet either. Yeah. Busting. They're spamming sound effects on my stream, and I quite enjoy it. It says I'm in your convoy. Why can't...
Yeah. Give me.
Let me check and
Yeah,
see.
it says not in leader session.
Oh, okay, that's why. Maybe let me try that. Manage convoy. Nope.
What I can do is go to convoy. I'm gonna go off one. I'm gonna go leave the convoy, right?
Okay, yeah, I'll
And
go ahead.
Invite me instead.
Okay. Create a convoy. Invite only. And go. Alright, let's hope that works this time. Hello, by the way, Weasel. Thank you for all the redeems. But yeah, if JMac, if you and Liberty want that one I was doing earlier, that was Discord 2019 by, I believe it's Eurobeat Brony. I highly recommend it. It's very good. He's also under Odyssey Eurobeat, Ken Blast, and T. Stebbins.
Jessa.
All the same names.
Jessa. Her
Jessa?
name is Jessa now.
Oh, is it Jessa now? Changed again?
Yeah, because she came out of she came out as trans.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
The last time I had heard it was, well, and I don't even know which one it was currently. The last time I had heard there were like 3 or 4 different names between Ken Blast,
Travis Stebbins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Then,
it's Travis Stebbins?
Yeah, T. Stebbins Travis. He used to
I
go
never
by
knew
Travis
what
Stebbins.
I never knew what the T stood for. I always just knew it as T. Stebbins.
Yeah, I
Funny.
met the guy in real life, by the way.
Did you really?
So, yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
so jealous.
Yeah, so he was working on the Toho Eurobeat at the time when I met him, so yeah, he was pretty chill.
That's amazing. I have so many. Thank you for the stretch redeem, Koi. I'm getting it right now. I have so much of their music. I mean, they're a legend. I mean,
Oh yeah.
that's my favorite Eurobeat. It's mostly back under the Stebbins name, and
Yeah.
that's some of my favorite stuff. I absolutely adore it. All right, where are we heading?
So okay, so the route that we're supposed to be taking is it's not here obviously, but
Whoa.
you see this map, right? Well, essentially, we're gonna go take the road route.
It's like the mountain like drift road, right? Where the
It's a drift road essentially, and it's gonna be that's the hill climb route.
yeah.
Normally it takes about 4 minutes to complete.
Okay,
if you
cool.
Want to just you want to just like try it out, but you said that you're gonna go with that car first, just to feel around, right?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable with this car. I built this as kind of a, I'll say, daily driver for this game. It doesn't excel at anything in particular. It's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none car. So I mean, it will handle, but not as much as I really want it to. Sorry about the bumper tap there.
No worries.
It's, like I said, it's a good car. It's just not a great car in any aspect. It's just kind of a, like I said, it's a daily. So I know kind of what it'll do. It's just been a while since I've been behind the wheel on it.
Okay, so the focus on the builds here, especially in this mount, is acceleration is king. So the quicker you get to the 60 mile an hour mark, the better you're gonna have results on the A class. S1 you're starting to get grip on your build, and S2 is just a combination of the two.
Makes sense, yeah, because racing in general is just basically a test of how high you can keep your average speed. And that's any kind of racing. Whoa, we're starting back there, okay.
You see this line on the bridge right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, the gutter line? Yeah, that's where you start.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing to know. Because that's a super easy thing to test.
Alright, so normally I'll have a clock right here, and I'll just wait for you until you get up there.
Okay.
Try to gauge yourself, and just let me know how comfortable you are gauging yourself. Normally, the first time you'll do it, you'll lean around 4 minutes and 50 seconds to 5 minutes.
Okay.
If you're you start to get extremely comfortable, you get around 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay, that makes sense. And that's an A class?
And that's an A class.
Okay, and that actually sounds pretty... I should be pretty close to the 430 to 415, because I have run the absolute crap out of this road. Back before the Lego expansion, I drove the shit out of this.
Well, it's not all the way until you get to the snow caps. That's the challenge.
Yeah, okay, so you stop at the, like where the danger sign is up there at the top?
You stop where the road meets the dirt, not the danger sign.
Oh, so actually up just a bit further from there then.
Yep.
Right about...
The last two left.
Oh, where you traveled.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I see it now. I should still be able to do that, I think, pretty quickly. All right.
Little snow warning on the top, though, because it is kind of snowing over here, so...
That's all good.
It's
You
just,
kidding? I live in the Midwest of the U.S. Snow is my daily commute in the winter.
all right.
Granted, I
Navigate
don't.
yourself.
Granted, I don't do it in a 400 horsepower Mustang, but fair enough. All right,
All right, just let me know when you're going.
let me get. Hang on, I gotta get my launch. Why isn't my launch control working? All right, ready, steady, go. Come on, little Mustang, turbo power.
You'll
Uh-oh.
notice in the first right and left corner, the right and left sweeps are extremely sharp, so you have to take your piece on that.
Yeah, I noticed that was a little bit steeper than I anticipated. And I also found out this Mustang, despite being a four-cylinder turbo, drifts. I didn't expect that. Second,
Malay's Mustang tends to be a little bit, you know,
yeah, it probably thought it saw a crowd and wanted to jump at it, so it is a Mustang after all. It does have a reputation to uphold here.
I wouldn't call. The thing about this is that this is not exactly the crowd runner Mustang. This is peak Mustang. Crowd running Mustangs are more infamous around the SN90 era,
That's
where it's
true.
like the triple taillights kind of thing.
And especially like the SM, what is it, 105 or 107s, where it's the first like GT 500, the one. Okay, if you were to think of like a mid 2000s GT 500, those, yeah, those
Yeah.
do it all the time too. You were right on the bat.
Those are like essentially you still got you still got I guess a pretty good excuse of what a muscle car should be still, because considering the Blaze era is like as if you put like a cough medicine on a V8. That's what happened. So yeah, I guess you know um, that's not the kind of Mustang that you still are riding a considered Mustang, not a beam Mustang.
That's fair. Not to mention these things are actually considered classics now because they're older than 25 years.
Yep, yep. Yeah,
I,
always increasing in value now. By the way, I think the first Fox body was recently sold for $50,000.
really?
Yeah, with the lowest miles was around like 3,200 miles. I think it's $50,000
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
for 85 horsepower. $50,000.
Oof. Hey, they're getting into Harley territory now.
Oh yeah.
Say $30,000 and you too can own 72 horsepower. It's like, thanks,
That's like
all.
four times the weight.
Yeah, it's like I'm here to tell you, you could buy a 7-year-old Honda and have way better luck than that, and it'd be way cheaper. Oops. Sorry, my mom is apparently trying to call me, so after this run, I'm gonna have to call her back real quick, and I will have to put my stream on pause for a minute while I give her a ring. Our bowling league starts up in a couple weeks, and I'm sure she wants to call me to tell me all the details.
Yeah, man. She's riled enough to get that turkey tonight.
Well, we aren't bowling yet. It's still golf season for me.
Oh, jeez. Careful on the speed zone. That's gonna be one of the crucial areas to actually like keep your car on the floor here.
Yeah, you gotta really keep it right on the path, don't you?
Especially when there's snow. Well, I don't think it's the third week. Yeah, it's the third week on that week. I think it's gonna be more rainy than snowy.
Oh, okay, interesting. And even in the snow, I'm having zero grip loss issues in this Mustang. I think it might be on rally tires, because they're kind of the same as like street spec tires, but they give you a couple extra PI over street tires. Whoa, I missed that corner a little bit. It's all right. This isn't a perfect run; it's just a tester.
Just so that way you know your comfortability and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, I've run this road enough. I know the gist of it. It's not terrible.
Okay, and the final left turn, clocking your way at 429, 324.
I called my shot. Not bad for an A-class car that really isn't tuned for any kind of handling.
Hmm?
I'm okay with that.
So, yeah, so you
And it,
want to go for like a keeps on that one, you could go for that, or do you want to just over engineer something on A class? Just shove in whatever you can, because normally a lot of us take a D class vehicle, and then we could just shove in as much things as we can.
oh yeah, because that way you can get the most increase off of base from what you start with. I'm gonna
Yep.
probably try to over-engineer something. I don't know if I'm gonna start D class. I'm probably gonna go with something probably the lowest and widest thing I can find in a low PI class, and then just see what kind of ridiculous motor I can stuff in it with some suspension and tires, and keep tinkering with that setup.
Hey man, just don't just be like that one there's a guy that builds Pikes Peak cars in his garage, and he's just built it all at home.
Oh
Even
yeah,
the
yeah.
just you know that guy I'm talking about, right?
I think I know one of them. Yeah, I know several people who do that, or of them at least, I should say.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. Just be like that kind of guy. He will over engineer something and just hopefully it makes it work, even if he has no like aerodynamics experience.
Yeah, just start from scratch and work your way up.
This is like his sixth year, seventh year of participating, so
Oh wow.
I mean, he's still going.
Hey, if you find something you love and you're good at, keep running with it, right?
Well, he did crash once. He was like he jumped the car down like at least what
Oof.
300 feet.
Oh, is that clip where it was a Lancer Evo, right?
It was no, it was just some random cage car.
Oh. No, I don't know. I know there was a clip of a Lancer Evo doing that off Pikes Peak, where it just absolutely yeets itself off a cliff, and it's like, ooh, that's not going to be good.
Hopefully the driver survived that.
I think they
There was
both
a
were. I think they were both okay, just a little beat up from it, because it was
oh
like a
yeah.
full. It was like a full spec rally car with like a 10-point racing cage in it or something. It pretty much didn't even deform.
Hey man, so long as you're prepared.
No kidding. So is it the same path for both S1 and S2 as well?
Every single path is going to be calculated on S1 and S2 because this will if it's a full entry with around 12 people.
No,
I did a calculation on it.
no.
So
I just mean it's the same route, right? We're not changing.
no, we're not changing it.
Okay, cool.
Everything is the same route, yeah.
Killer. Yeah, then I can start tuning for that. So I am gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put my stream on pause here and give my mom a ring back here real quick. But
Go ahead.
thank you very much. I will be back here in just a sec. Okay. Thanks. And we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me unmute from the Discord call as well here. Sorry about that, Sadie. Thanks for hanging out with me. I had to respond to that. I had a feeling that's what it was. It was just about bowling. It could have waited, but you never know. Parents. She also
Oh,
has.
yeah.
They also have no idea that I stream. They still don't know I'm a VTuber. They know I have some kind of like little internet show that I do on occasion, and that's honestly about the extent of it. So they don't understand how it works, what I do, when I do it, how I do it. So yeah, to try to explain that to them is more trouble than it's worth.
I know. I know the feeling. Mother does not know either. She's just saying like stuff that are much more derogatory than that. But yep,
Yeah, it be like that sometimes, doesn't it?
yep.
How do I
Um,
make this a? I'm
so a
trying.
couple of suggestions. Maybe a good car that would probably take up the hill. Just for a suggestion here is literally an Alpine A110. It's one of the
Okay.
quicker cars that go running around. Just the essential rally builds could work. Mid '90s Celica, aim if you got it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Subarus. Yep.
Let me see if I can. I'm trying to do something here real quick. Uh, I'm experimenting with this. I'm hoping it'll work. Window capture, add source. Bear with me for a minute. I'm tinkering. I've never tried this before, so I'm going to hope it works. I think this is how this works.
Window capture, Alt to crop, and
Uh,
then yeah.
I have okay. I'm on Streamlabs, and it is a little bit different for me. Uh, where's it at? There it is. Filters, edit filters. No, add filter. Streamlabs is weird the way it works. I only know how to do it one way because I'm technologically inept. Close.
Hey man,
Ooh.
you're going in your mid 30s. Are you 30?
No, I'm 20. I turned 26 at the end of this month.
Oh shit, then I'm older than you.
Uh, I know it's impolite to ask a woman her age, but if you don't mind me asking, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, no, I'm on the mark. That's your clue.
It's what?
Unless that you're calling me grandma, you know,
No.
that crosses the line. Yeah, I'm 30.
Oh, okay, gotcha. How do I? It didn't. That filter didn't work. Edit.
Filter chroma key.
Edit filter. I have it on. Mine's called color key, but it's the same kind of thing.
No, it's not. Chroma key actually auto detects it.
Oh, how do I? Where's that option at?
It should be filter, add chroma key.
I have filter, edit filters, add filter. I have image mask blend, crop pad, color correction, scaling aspect ratios, scroll, render delay, color key, and apply LUT. That's all I got for filters.
Okay, maybe color key and just set it to green as the common value.
Yeah, that's the thing is I did. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Oh, maybe? Hey! It was the similarity. It was the similarity that was the problem. This is the first time I've had anybody actually on my stream as another VTuber. All I've ever had is Discord reactive. This is completely new. So, you know what I might do is I might... Whoops, no, that's not... What am I moving? Oh, that's your browser source for... Like, what is this thing I'm moving around? Nope, that's me. That's you. I'm going to put you back kind of here above me. That way people can still see my screen. And we're kind of, like, layered on top of each other. That way we can still be... Each of us can still be seen, but we aren't taking up screen space. That'll work perfect. My setup is not designed for this. I never anticipated ever even having anybody to collab with when I originally started this 6 months ago. So the fact that I not only have somebody to collab with, but this is the first time I've actually tried this, I'm still learning some of the tech.
Hey, all of us start somewhere, right?
That's the idea. Yeah, I figured I better learn it at some point, right?
Eventually, if you get big enough, a lot of people are gonna start asking for them. So
That would be a pretty cool thing to get that big.
Yep.
Fun fact, I found out the bad to the blade is aerodynamic enough it can drive upside down. I learned that the other day. Somebody actually designed a track, and if you keep it going fast enough, it will drive upside down. I didn't know that was possible, but apparently the graphics...
Yeah, the G-forces at around 210 miles an hour is enough to keep that curve speed.
Wow. He had it going down as low as 150, and it was still staying on the track, up completely upside down.
Yeah, once you're already initiated, all you have to do is just stay consistent on your speed.
You just have to get it to 210 first to get it to hold.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
So at that point, the air already adapted around your car, so you already made a net around it, so that way it's already catching it.
Yeah, because it almost creates the aero bubble. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, so you suggested the, what is it, Alpine A110?
Yep, Alpine A110.
I do not have that car. Is it under Renault?
Alpine.
I don't have that car. Is it available on the auto show, or is it...
Yes.
Okay, cool. I can buy that then. I have 8.3 mil, so...
Yeah, 98,000 credits.
Oh, it's an old Alpine, A110.
Yep.
I was thinking that new one they released for FH4, remember that?
There's also that A110.
Is that one in this game too?
Yeah.
Is that one under Renault? Because I don't have that one.
Alpine.
There's only one car under Alpine in the auto show.
Uh-oh, then that might be a weekly card.
Let me look in the auction house, see if it at least comes up. I mean, it may come up as an option. We'll go to Alpine. It's 73 and then a 17. It's this.
Yeah,
Let me see. Oh, it's actually available. Not only is it available, it is like dumb cheap to get one if you have the patience to bid. Their top 3 are all for sale at $7,000.
Just buy them off. You just pick and buy them off the bat. What's the max buyout price?
1.3 million.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
I think I know the reason why it's expensive.
Why?
It's a Horizon story card.
Oh, that would make sense. I never did any of the stories. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've got somebody asking in chat. Sadie, do you have a link to your Twitch and socials? I have Walter I have Walter in chat asking if there's a link to, he's asking me for my friend's socials. I'm assuming he means you.
Well, I don't normally post on Twitter. The only thing I usually do is just my Twitch, and that's about it. So just click on my name, and yeah, you could just go for it from there.
Oh yeah. Well, has he been in chat since you've been here? You may have. I don't think you've dropped a message since he's been in chat. So, oh yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. If you click on Sadie's name here, you'll be able to go and follow her Twitch. She does. You play mostly this game, don't you? FH5.
Yeah, I play FH5 and Armored Core.
Oh, that's the other one, Armored Core. I forgot about that one. I knew there was something else you played, but I'm like, the name eludes me. I'm gonna place a bid on this. It's actually an S1. It's almost the top of S1 class.
Quick question: How many minutes is it? How many minutes left is it?
It's got a few. Let me look here. It's placing my bid, so I can't see it. Bid accepted. 31 minutes. So I'll check back in about 20, and then I'll get into it.
Back at around 29 minutes, because what you need to do at the end of that is wait. When it says like end soon, count to 30, and then take the bid. Unless of course someone auto buys it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Good to know. Set a timer for 28 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
Minutes and counting.
Cool.
Yeah, you're gonna need to watch that.
It'll ring when I won't have to. It's on audio. It'll ring. So all I have to do is basically just wait for it to go off like an alarm.
Mm-hmm.
It's my way of cheating because I forget a lot of stuff. Hedgehog wants to know if you have any other consoles besides Xbox. That's a question.
PS4, but I barely touch that console now. I'm thinking of actually trading that. Well, no, I'm thinking of trading my Xbox actually. I don't play on Xbox. I actually play on PC.
Oh, even Forza Horizon?
Yep.
Oh,
Right.
interesting. Hey, Clerk Kent TTV, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I do quite like that name, Clerk Kent. That is
Totally not Superman. Totally not Clark.
yeah. It may as well just say not Superman. Oh, some of the usernames.
Right. So we had a friend of mine and I had a discussion yesterday. Um, are villains and heroes afraid of the IRS?
Um, I mean, I know for a fact I've seen a clip of the Joker having a freak out about, like, he's like, Gotham PD, fine. FBI, no problem. IRS, not happening, man. I am not screwing with those guys. Oh,
Even the I think it's even the Batman. He's fine with it, but the IRS, no, thank you.
yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm like, I can't remember how it goes. I just remember him saying that, and I'm like, okay, that's funny that even the Joker's like, I'm not messing with the IRS. I'm just not doing it.
This is why it's evident when you watched Harley Quinn, um, that he actually put a down payment on one of Wayne Tech's hybrid vehicles.
Did he really?
Yeah, he put a down payment on Wayne Tech's, like, basically a Tesla for that universe.
Huh.
He had actually legit money counted by the IRS
That's
to put a down payment for the car.
that's funny. That is very much a Joker thing to do, though. He's just that spontaneous enough that it doesn't surprise me. Ooh, ooh! I like this. This has potential.
Which car?
The Porsche 917, or no, 914. Is this a
914, yes.
I think it's a
The
14.
the little flat four that could. Started about I think it was like 83 horsepower as well.
I don't know exactly. Let me look. I'm getting ready to open the mod menu, so I can tell you. It says this one bones. I don't think I've made mods to this, have I?
Bone stock, how much horsepower?
125 actually, surprisingly.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay, I could see that.
But it's also
It's not the. There's a 904. I'm talking about the 904. The 914 has a little bit more oomph on it.
yeah. I think this one actually runs a straight four-cylinder because it's built like a Fiat X19. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, did they use the same chassis? I don't think so. Right?
No, it's not the same. It's not like they use the same chassis. They're just built in a very similar manner. And I think, well, maybe. No, it must be a flat motor because all it gives me are flat four motors. Or flat fours and some flat sixes. But I'm only really interested in the fours. I think this 2-liter flat four turbo, I think that's a Subaru motor. That or a Boxster.
Did I buy a set of Corsa Competizione? No, I did not.
Oh yeah. Hedgehog definitely likes asking random questions, so this may be a thing for a bit.
No worries. I'm free to answer all random questions.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being flexible on that. Ooh. For once, the Forza Aero actually looks okay on this car. It's a subtle front lip and a subtle rear lip, and it's actually pretty tasteful. They could have gone all the way across the car, I wouldn't have complained, but that's not bad. It's not barf-makingly awful.
Typical Ricer Aero.
Pretty much.
I've seen enough on my heyday to say, hey, can you just be a little bit more subtle, uber subtle? The aero kit that they've done extremely well on this game so far, and if you have the car, is the Lamborghini Aventador. Which one is that? It's the one with the. It's the one with the split cockpit.
The Aventador J?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has a really good Forza Aero.
Okay, interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. I have not seen that yet. Where's my rotiforms? Wait, where's those? Yeah, work Gnosis. These are the ones. Yes, work Gnosis wheels. Nice. They'll lighten us up a little bit, and I can also now make them bigger and they don't look out of place. I like the stiffer sidewalls. I like the way they react to the asphalt. Widen the track width for better performance and stability. I want all the brakes. I want all the brakes ever. I want all the race springs. Wow, that thing sits low. I like it. Can I get any weight reduction? Ooh, not even. I'm still not scraping the top of A class yet. This thing's got potential.
So that thing's a lot of room.
Yeah, it started at D427, and I am. Oh, that was the cam finally threw me over. S1 808. Can I get away with the stage 2 cam if I ditch the exhaust? I can. Hee. I'd rather have the stage 2 cam and that extra red line on the motor.
What tires are you using?
Full slicks. Ooh, no, wow, that put me way over. What? Okay.
If you're gonna run full slicks on that, yeah, you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of things.
Yeah, I noticed, but I'm hoping that'll let me keep my average speed up. I figure if I can't even get it close to breaking traction, I can always knock down to like semi slicks and add more power, and then add more power and drop down to like rally or sport spec or something, and keep trying to.
What's your handling rate?
6.8.
You only need 6.5 or 6.2 to 6.5 for A class.
Really? That low? Alright, maybe I'll go with the... Maybe for this I'll try the... Because you're right, it doesn't have a ton of power yet. I'm so used to building S1 cars that need the slicks. Maybe I'll try to... Ooh, not only can I do that, I can get the semi-slick Horizon race compound with the red lines on them. Yes. Even the...
Hot Wheels, huh?
Oh, and that's still only 6.6 on those.
Oh yeah, no, you're not. You've actually sacrificed more. Okay, sure. Continue.
Yeah, I might go down all the way down because we have street sport. And here's the fun fact: if you ever need sport tires, don't get them. Sport tires are what is it? 6.2 handling, 8.7 launch. If I go to rally tires, it goes 6.3 handling, 8.9 launch, and there is a 2 PI difference on them. So it's virtually no PI upgrade to get that much more out of the tires.
So you're dumbass like one of my friends and decided to put like drag slicks on it instead.
Yeah, I definitely don't want drag slicks. Those things handle like dookie.
No, okay, check this out. So I'm gonna vent here a little bit.
Okay.
One of my guys, he's a mod. He comes to my stream. His name is Smasher Guy 1020.
Okay.
He's the kind of guy who, you know, the Mosler MT900S, right? Purely
Yep.
track oriented.
Yeah.
Puts off-road tires on it and does cross-country S1 on it.
That's an interesting concept. But I do see a little bit of logic in it. If you put the rally suspension on and drop the ride height, it's long enough wheelbase, it probably four-wheel drifts with an all-wheel drive setup really easily. I could see that having good potential.
But he's not dropping the ride height, he actually increases the ride height. It's a purely off-road vehicle. It's cross-country only. It's not meant for rally.
Oh, that's weird.
Cross-country as in, like, you will bash some fences cross-country.
Huh. Interesting. See, I don't know. That doesn't seem that odd to me. Because, like, okay, my buddy had a... I was telling him about how rallycross cars were so awesome. And, I was telling him why I preferred them over, like, Baja trucks. Because I can make them corner faster. He swore to me... I told him, I said, I could beat him with a rallycross car if he took a Baja truck on a cross... Well, the Titan and FH4. I told him I would beat him with a rallycross car of my own build, not like a purpose-built one. He took the Toyota, like the big Baja off-road rally truck. I built a Mini Cooper on rally suspension, but I dumped it on its springs so that it was at its minimum ride height. But I kept the spring damping and stuff the same, so it would still absorb, but it would just kind of like drop and stay. That car blew his doors off. 9 out of 10 times. The 10th time I glitched through a ramp and I got stuck.
Again, pot calling the kettle black. I'm the kind of guy that I'm the kind of girl that takes the a pre-war F1 into a cross country race.
That's actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Maserati 8CTF. A lot of people hate me for just taking that thing.
Yeah, that isn't exactly its natural habitat, though, is it?
No, it's not. You're functioning a 3-liter V8 while crossing rivers with it.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
well, and that car I'm sure is not very stable at that particular discipline without some decent mods.
You'd be surprised how I engineered it.
You must have modified it at least a little bit then.
The sway bars are non-existent.
Oh, that would probably help the cause though, because that'd keep it from. That would give it some actual suspension flex that it wouldn't have normally. So I could actually see that being pretty good.
It's like handling like an F1 car, except that it's purely on dirt. Well, some F1 cars back then on pre-war actually have dirt courses, if I remember correctly.
Can you imagine that nowadays? F1's just like NASCAR does. It's like, and we're at, I don't know, what's okay, the dirt track I know of because I live in the Midwest is Eldora. So it's just like, hey, here we go. It's the Eldora F1. It's just these millions of dollars of F1 cars roll out onto the dirt track. It's like, that would never happen. Whoa, hey.
Imagine if the FIA actually had a new division for F1. It's called F1 Dirt. It's basically like open wheeled rally.
I would watch the crap out of that. That would be amazing.
I mean, we technically already have open wheeled rally called Sierra Spec, but
Oh yeah.
Sierra doesn't really have,
I didn't think about Sierra Spec because I actually signed up to. Well, I didn't sign up. I put in an inquiry to be a ARX3 Sierra car driver. And there when the America's Rallycross was still a thing, I wanted to get into the like ARX2 class so I could run like the mini supercars, and I put in a request to be part of the ARX3 system. Right before they announced that the ARX was being disbanded, and I was so heartbroken. I thought I had my foot into racing finally, and I lost it.
I gotta let you know the only reason why the ARX was disbanded is because someone died doing it in the middle of, like, I think it was France. I think it was France.
Really? Interesting.
We had to cancel a couple of leagues, and then I think they're still gonna establish one more time, but I think it's just gonna be on a general kind of basis.
Interesting. I had not heard about that. Oh, hello, by the way, Flames. Thanks for joining the stream. Your favorite anorexic is here. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that's. I would recommend probably eating something. Not to be rude. That doesn't seem like a healthy thing. But I am glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I didn't know anybody died doing Rallycross. Isn't that like the first Rallycross death like ever?
Well, it's not really Rallycross. It's rally period.
Oh no, ARX and here in the States was America's Rallycross, and it was just a Rallycross series. Well, it used to be Red Bull Global Rallycross, but then
wasn't that the one event that they usually take like in KTM's around the track? Oh no, wait, that's like Grand Prix of it was like an all-star Grand Prix or something like that, right?
Yeah, no, the ones I'm talking about were actually they were made by Sierra cars. Sierra cars. Well, it's in this game actually. Let me pull it up. I have one. I already have one. It's not the one you think though. There's two Sierra cars in Forza Horizon.
Yeah, one without the spoiler element. The other one is just a pure
like track nightmare. Yeah. Where's Sierra cars?
RX3 2021, right? You said it is.
Yeah, that one. That is actually the RX3 2021, not the Yokohama Alpha, whatever the crap that thing is. That's like a little mini F1 car. It's like an F1 go-kart, not that. The RX3 Sierra car was what I signed up to drive. It's like an open-wheel buggy rallycross car. Because fun fact, actually, right next to it on my screen, if you look at stream, I actually saw this particular car in real life. That is the actual ARX 2018 supercar. I saw that car in real life. Now I saw it in 20, not at 18, but I did get to see that. I went to an ARX race and it was very, very cool. Um, I was able to go to that. I was very excited.
Massive amount of torque on a standard format that it already has,
Oh my god.
and I'm actually like impressed by its engineering.
When
Stock, mind you.
I'm very disappointed. The car sounds nothing like it does in real life in this game.
No, it does not.
No, have you heard them where they sound like that? That correct me if I'm wrong. They almost sound like a pod racer from Star Wars. They used to do this. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yep, it's like a, it's like, what do you call it? It's like a dragonfly just landed like right near your
Yeah,
like,
it has this like pulsing sound to it. Is the best way I can describe it. It almost sounds like, okay, if somebody needed a sound effect for a dark energy or a dark matter engine, like an engine fueled by dark matter, it would be that. That's what it would sound like. And the first time I heard that, I was just absolutely in awe. They were running test laps. I think it was qualifying or something, and I hear the Volkswagen go by. It sounds like a Turbo 4. I hear the Ford go by. It sounds like a Turbo 4. And then all of a sudden, a car goes by, and I couldn't see. And it just all I hear is just this whoop 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 whoop. And I'm like, what in the Star Wars pod racing was that? And I walk up, and it was the Subarus, and I'm like, that's wild. That sounds so cool. I've never heard anything like that to this day. Whoa. Well, that was you. I looked over and I'm like, holy crap, man's cooking. No, girl's cooking. That was you.
yeah, but I built this. I had this special build while I'm on the testing phase. It was a Willys Jeep, time attack spec.
That's a Willys Jeep?
Yep, 800 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8.
Well, that would explain the quite biblical noise that it made when it went by.
It's a very, how can I say it? Unless that you know how to throttle manage a lot on your controller and you're willing to just fry your fingers, this is the kind of car for you.
That makes sense. I mean, it would definitely take some driving for sure. You would definitely have to be pedaling that car.
So in the short wheelbase, the aero does not exactly help at all.
No, that's definitely going to be your, the short wheelbase will definitely be your enemy. Downforce on an A-class car. Yes, I think I'll have all of it, please.
You don't necessarily need downforce. You can, but it's going to sacrifice your top end on the upper swivels.
The thing is that the car is so light, I'm not having any trouble with power. I couldn't get it to turn through a corner. Of course, I also think that might be due to the fact that it's all-wheel drive. I may have to go and take the all-wheel drive out of it.
Battery just get the torque response on the front wheel set to really minimal.
Yeah, because under acceleration and actually under braking, well, no, when I'm off throttle, it seems to be a little better. Let me see if I can tweak with the diffs. Tune
set it to like probably 3% response sensitivity on acceleration and 7% response on the deceleration on the front.
That's it? Just 3 and 7?
Yep, and by the time that you're going to back, it's 88% and 75% on the rear, with the overall throttle responsibility going to the rear wheels at 97%.
That's a lot, 97%.
You're basically trying to put the torque vectors all the way on the back with minimal or little torque vectors focused on the front, unless you're basically pushing the throttle down.
So it's basically just to help you launch hard is all then.
Yep.
Oh, that did help. That's much better. It turns again. Oh boy. No, okay. Something went wrong with that. Yeah, this thing did not handle. I am. I have built an absolute mongrel. This thing is awful. No matter what I do with the tuning, I've adjusted my front suspension both ways now. I've tried the differential trick helped it, but it is still an absolute mongrel. I can't drive it the way I want to.
What suspension are you using?
Race.
Race suspension?
I wanted to be able to tune it fully, so I could dial it in for anything.
Try rally.
Really rally in this mode. Hey, Vincent, how's it going?
Rally
Oh.
suspension has more turning angle to the race.
Oh, interesting. So in theory, if I tinkered with the drift suspension, it'd be even better.
Yep. Not necessarily better, but you will have some oversteering problems because of just how excessive the angle is.
Okay, that makes sense.
You need a balance.
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna finish this run just to see if I can get a feel for this car. I'm onto the right, formula here. I'm already way faster than the Mustang. But I don't know, because my other thing is I do not like flat motors in this game. Actually, I never have in general. The Boxer engine, I'm trying it just to see how it does. But I prefer i4s or 6s to my, especially in A-Class, I prefer the inlines to the flat motors. I don't know, it's just a personal preference.
Pretty smoothly, though.
Pretty what?
Pretty smoothly.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, I say it's not that they don't deliver power well. I just don't like the way they respond to what I do with them. I don't. It's just it's the feel.
Is that your gearing ticks?
No, because the gearing's okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's a head game for me or what, but I've used both of them, and I just prefer the i4 for taste. Is all. I don't know. I could really put a true. How shall I say? Whoa. Like a true number on it. I don't know. There's anything empirically wrong with it. It's just a feel thing. It could also just be me being picky, let's be honest.
Well, there is a couple of things that you could also try with
What else would you adjust? I think this is the first time I've met somebody who knows cars more than I do. I've met a lot of people who know a lot about cars and racing in general. I know Vincent's way better than me at NASCAR and stuff, but in terms of just general car knowledge, you seem to have me trumped.
Initial gear focus on one, and then probably just tinkering around at it. What's the maximum RPM gauge before you have to shift?
8.
8.
Yeah, I've got 8,000 RPM to play with. And it looks like my first gear peaks at about... Well, let me just find out. Because that graph's really hard to read. 44 miles an hour, first gear peak. And that's banging it off the limiter at 44. So I'm probably shifting out at 41, 42. Maybe even 40. Because I can actually get closer to 885 on the tack before I redline.
Yeah, no, your gearing is not the problem.
Soji, my ear's looking very interesting today. Thank you, I guess. I don't know what's different about it. I know I have Sadie.
Tire pressure.
Huh?
Tire pressure. Tire pressure.
Oh, tire pressure. I didn't even think about adjusting that. I forget that's a thing in this game, if I'm honest. Vincent Coy got first today. Tire pressures, I have 25 front, 26 rear.
No wonder, you're rocking mediums. Get the tarmac in. Just go 16 front, 15 rear.
Okay. And 15 rear?
Yeah, unless if you're running simulation damage, that's not really gonna get any damage.
Oh yeah, because it's not gonna. And since we're not really worrying about stability at higher speeds, we're worried about cornering. That'll really help this car take the corners better, won't it?
Yeah, because you're having a lot more road grip.
That
Plus the
makes.
thing is, there's no tire degradation, especially in like cosmetic damage. There's no tire degradation, so you should.
I never thought about that. The joke is, oh, okay, that makes more sense, Vincent.
Stop.
Sorry. I didn't realize what he was talking about. He's just like, your ears are looking good. I'm like, what? I don't understand. Yeah, sorry about that.
Note to self. Will bump with a
Be-
mallet.
Chat, be respectful. We have guests today. I'm so sorry.
It's the gift and a curse to be well endowed.
Yeah, I was just say, not to be rude or anything. I'm surprised you didn't expect that. Um, when you created your model, I kind of thought you would have probably been expecting that a little bit.
I was gonna say, eyes up theory. Like, a lot of people don't look at the eyes first, and they're like, you know, look at the little puffy pillows on the chest of that woman. I'm like, bro, fucking look at the eyes.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate way of the world, isn't it? I'm blessed with not having that problem because I actually, okay, you know how there's the traditional, like, stereotype, you know, if the guy is a chest man or a butt man kind of thing?
Thank goodness you're the personality person.
Kind of, yes. I prefer personality and face first. Not to say I don't appreciate the rest, but usually the first place I look is a girl's face. Just because that's genuinely what I'm interested in. What does she look like? It's...
Yeah, you can have all the features down there, but her face though.
Oh, yeah, and it's like, you know, that's... I mean, that's what you're really going to be looking at a lot. Okay, yeah, the other... Like I said, the others are great, but I would happily take a girl... Oops. Time to check my... Stop
Check
timer.
The,
Yep, time to...
check the auction.
I'm going to jump back to the... I'm going to jump back to the festival real quick. I haven't...
No one bought it.
Hopefully not. I mean, it's $1 million, so I doubt anybody would buy it out. It's just a matter of seeing how much.
Let me see. You're currently rocking at around 2 minutes with 10,000 credits. Someone did outbid you by 3,000 credits.
How many? How did you find? You are so much. I'm still trying to get into the festival.
I'm just trying to. I've been monitoring for a while. When you were trying to fix the tire pressure, I've been monitoring the auction house.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Auction house.
All
bids.
level bid up to 12,000 credits. You are now at 1 minute left.
Bidding 9,000. Bid successful.
Okay, refresh.
I'm actually.
Refresh bid.
Yeah, I'm actually loading. There we go.
Remember,
I've got.
Exit out of the menu and immediately go back in the menu.
Oh, okay.
Because this is gonna be intense. SOS is me currently bids at 18,000 credits.
What?
Yep, someone already outbid you.
It hasn't even registered yet.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
no.
just did. There it just did. Bidding it. Yeah. Bid failed.
Oh no, I think someone already bought it. Yep, someone already bought it. Someone bought it out.
What?
Yeah, for 1.3 mil.
What kind of... Who buys that for $1 million? What?
I didn't even buy it out. You know, otherwise it would say on your messages someone bought it out. But yeah, I didn't buy it out. I was just checking and refreshing.
No, I know you didn't buy it out, but who the hell would buy that? Oh no, it says it isn't bought out yet.
No, someone bought it out. Because it's not in the menu anymore.
it still hasn't registered on my side. That's so bizarre.
You're on the wrong menu.
Oh, I'm in my bids right now.
Yeah, you're in your bids, but not the actual hard menu, not the search options.
Oh.
That's how I do it. That's how I
Oh
do my
yeah,
bids.
it's gone already. You're right.
Yeah, that's how I do my bids. It's
Huh.
search options, not my bids. It's search bids. It's search options. That's what I do.
I'll be darned. I wonder. I'm gonna find out where I can just get this car. Maybe I'll just do the story to get it later. Uh.
Uh, Let me see the accolades real quick because it should be under accolades.
Well, I can find out if I just go to the car collection, right?
Well, it's a story. Let me
Well,
see.
no, because it'll tell me. Yeah, here's the 2017 A110. If I click it, it's Season Events Festival playlist or Forzathon shop or wheel spin only.
I think it shows. Where's the pawn shop? Maybe.
It shows up in the. It says it's Forzathon. Oh, is it in the shop right now?
No, it's not. Huh. So it's bizarre. I think.
What's right now? No, because it's the 599 XX Evolution, the Napier Railton, a Banjo Kazooie Spiral Mountain Horn, an Extreme E Red Race Suit.
Okay. Expeditions. Not expeditions.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not see. It doesn't say it because okay, like the I know for okay, I'll do this. I know for a fact that the Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera is a like a story one. I know for a fact that one's unlocked that way. So let me check and see where it says that car is from. Cars available from Mogul Accolade.
Mogul accolade. Yeah, it is an accolade though. So Mogul, how do you get the Mogul accolade?
No. That's for the Lamborghini. That's how I know the Alpine is only available that way. Hey, what the? Vincent has used 5 bits to cheer with his emote. Thank you very much for the 5 bits, Vincent.
Interesting. So yeah, it's just the luck of the draw then.
Pretty much, yeah. There's no other than to get that from the auction house and just pay a crap load of money for it. There isn't
So
a
that's why
reliable
it's
way to get it other than finding it in like a shop or something.
That's why it's expensive because you have to get it in the wheel spin or
Yeah,
get it from yeah. Okay.
which is why it's so expensive. Whereas the A110 is just auto show.
Do you think the price is justified so that way it's actually eight? I mean, there's prices down there. It's like literally 800K.
Yeah, it's like I'm not buying that. As cool as that car is, I'll wait until I can outbid somebody for it in the middle of the night or something. Like it's not worth that much to me.
I remember back at Forza Horizon 4 when that car's about 7 mil.
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I actually I gotten to be possession of 2 of them at one point, and because I had done mine, and my buddy was like, "I hate this car. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Yes." So he sold it to me for like he put the buyout on like minimum on it, so I got it for like a milli, and I was able to sell it like another couple weeks later for like 7-8 mil. It was awesome. I think I still have like over $100 million in FH4. I have so much money in that game.
At that point, I think the auction atmosphere is gone now by the on FH4, considering the fact that you can just easily get the car in like a couple of replays.
Pretty much, yeah. It's not difficult. My buddy actually, that was his thing. My buddy never, other than this is the one who was on with the rally truck. He hardly ever did any kind of racing at all. Never really did any kind of racing. He always seemed to just care about auction house stuff. He had every single rare car, including like the 2018 like Civic Si, the hard one to get, or no, Type R. He had the what was it? What was the super rare one? He had like one of the rare band Focuses and stuff like that, and all of it he just got off the auction house. And I'm like,
My God,
I mean, he seriously, he had like, what was it like? 29 minutes of it was like an hour and 29 minutes of race time because he of course had to do the tutorial and stuff to get to the auction house, and then he never raced again.
Does your buddy flip cars?
Not in real life, no. He just flipped them in games.
Dear Lord, imagine if you could do that IRL.
I actually,
Does
I do that IRL.
You flip cars
Yes.
IRL.
Not a ton of them, but I have flipped a few cars in my time. I buy them, okay, I buy it, it's got a blown up motor in it. So I call the junkyard, I get a cheap motor for it, stuff it in, and, make it roadworthy again and sell it to somebody and make some money for my time.
Huh.
It's actually a pretty good way to earn a few extra bucks in my spare time. I haven't done it this year at all because I haven't had any time working 2 jobs, but there's been a couple cars over the years. Sometimes I use them, okay. I'm trying to think. I bought a 96 Pontiac Grand Prix at one point. I drove it for the winter to keep my nice car out of the snow. And then come springtime, I sold it, and I had tinkered and fixed the broken power windows and cleaned it all out and tuned it up and everything like this. I bought it for $1,000 and I sold it for 2,000, which was still a fair price, but it also helped pay for some of my college and it gave me a car for the winter. You can get creative with it if you're careful.
I was gonna say you could definitely get creative over here as well. Probably if you know the system here. If you know the system, I really should have.
Yeah. Where are you? Because you said you're from where?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, right. Why was I thinking you were overseas in Europe for some reason?
I am not European.
No, so I'm I don't know why that was in my head, but I'm that was my first knee-jerk reaction. I'm I'm pretty confident she's not European. But I'm for some reason that was in my head, and I don't understand why.
What is it the accent or is it?
No, I was off memory. I thought that was my first, just pull off my brain was European. I think that's what it was. I don't know if it was just because you said over here or whatever, but that was just where my brain went, and I don't know why. Ooh, I forgot about that. Hang on a minute. Sort value. Do I have free cars?
The junkers normally, the clunkers are around 10,000, 20,000 credits, and your auto show could be potent cars as well.
Yeah, I say because these are usually cheapos that don't really have a super high PI.
The Ford Anglia 105E 1959 could also be a toy that you want to mess around with.
39 horsepower. Yeah, that's. I actually have one of those in my garage. It says.
The Lotus Cortina 1966 could also be another potent car.
Cortina, I don't even see that one. Where's it at? You must be way ahead of me. Oh, you're searching. You must have searched them different than I did. I still don't see that car.
1966?
I'm getting there. I know what car it is. I just don't see it. Oh, because I have them sorted by value.
Yeah.
Where's the Cortina at?
It's 50,000. It's under 50,000 credits.
Oh, that's why. You're well. I was still down in the 2030 area. Yeah, something like that. A D class isn't bad. I have a buttload of these MG X Power SVRs. They already come based with 385 horse. That could be something to try because they are pretty light at 3,300 pounds. What I was thinking.
The good old Spec R Sylvia 2000.
Ooh, yeah, the S15 strawberry face. Not a bad idea. You know what also wouldn't be a bad idea just because of its weight?
What?
A CRX.
The Mugen CRX? Yeah.
No, not the Mugen. The regular SIR, the 91. I don't think the Mugen's available in this game. Or at least not in the auto show.
I think it is. Hang on.
Let me just sort. Manufacturer. No Mugen in the auto show.
It is existent. Yeah, it is existent.
Yeah, it's in the
Probably a
game. It's
loading.
just you can't buy it right off.
Yeah. I do have mine to A class. Kept it front wheel drive. Hit 800.
Interesting. I might try that because I mean, it's only 20 grand, so you could really have some tinkery fun with it without really breaking the bank. CRX and Integras are light and powerful because those are what I will be racing. Yes, they are. Vincent has a Kia Forte he's making into a race car, and he said he's
Hey
going to be.
man, 6 to 8,000 RPM is your best friend on that the K motor.
You know it, yeah, because that's where the VTEC kicks in.
Yep.
Wait,
So tune your gearing up that high, and you're basically just riding on rails at that point.
I need a James Pumphrey redeem from Donut. VTEC just kicked in, yo. Bah!
Speaking of James Pumphrey, Donut Media expansion. Can't wait.
I know. How excited are you for that? That's gonna be so
hell yeah.
good.
I am gonna have that low car, man. That low car I'm pretty hyped out for. I'm just gonna go build a junker car out of that one and just mess around with it.
Low car, I'm excited for. They did say that both low and high car, or high and low car, I should say, high and low truck, and the money pit cars were going to be involved. That's only 6 cars. What I'm really hoping they do is throw in Nolan's Mustang, Pumphrey's Golf or AE86, one of the two. I would love for them to throw in Pumphrey's 86. That would be very cool. I don't think.
What I would like to see is Max's AE86.
Oh yeah, that'd be even better. Max's AE86. You are so correct. And what was the other one? Oh, I want Jerry's Catfish Camaro, and
yes, the catfish.
the Catfish would be cool. And then that's Nolan, James, Jerry. Oh, Job. I want his S14. I want Job's S14 with the RB in it. That would be very cool to have like a proper built. I want them to be all under the Donut brand as well. I don't want to be having like scattered through the.
Show.
Yeah, I don't want it's like, okay, here's Pumphrey's Volkswagen Golf under Volkswagen. No, I want it under Donut. That way they're all together in a group like they should be. I wish they would do that with the DLC stuff. When it's like that. It's like how DeBerti design cars are all over the place. Just put them under DeBerti.
I'm kind of disappointed at the fact that they actually decided to put the Golf into like the do not buy series, because I was like saying, man, you're wasting money, man. That thing has rotiform rims. And it's all white. Now you're just gonna junk it.
Yeah, it's very hard to watch sometimes.
There's just fucking oxygen converter in it that doesn't even work.
Oh yeah, because that's it's like their the one they use for the. You're talking the one they use for like the Wish.com tests and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. What was the one where you're talking the one they put the supercharger in it that had like that actually killed all the horsepower in the motor?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's painful to watch, but at the same time it's like I would also never ever ever own a Volkswagen because I live in an area where the nearest Volkswagen dealer is over an hour away. So
I'm gonna let you know right now, as a used Volkswagen owner, they are reliable. It's just that when they break, and it's gonna be hard to fix.
yeah,
So,
and that's my problem is hard to fix. That's my biggest beef with them is that they're hard to fix.
I had a Jetta at one point. I think it was when I was living in Vegas. I already accumulated over 97,000 miles on it.
Oh wow!
And the transaxle broke.
Ouch.
Guess you had to make the 30-minute trip all the way to Centennial Hills.
Yeah, that's not fun.
On a tow truck.
That's not fun. See, I learned my lesson. I was the proud owner of a 1988 Chevrolet Corvette C4, and I went out. It took me a month to find this car. I cherry picked it. I found one that was the tuned port injection 350. So it was the good motor, not the Crossfire or any of the ones that have problems. It was the tune port out of like the Trans Ams, but dialed up to 11 for the Corvette. So it made a ton of power. It had the resonators and the cats deleted on it. So it still had mufflers on it, but they were turbo mufflers. So it sounded like a right proper muscle car. And I also went and got myself the Doug Nash 4+3 stick shift version. So it would absolutely rip, and I had an 8-speed manual. It was awesome. I never want to own another Corvette in my life because every time I left the garage with it, I was scared of breaking it. Like, this isn't fun. I'm always afraid of my car is going to break and I can't fix it. That was the most terrifying experience of my life owning that car.
At that point, do a 100-point inspection, considering that it's a more than 30-year-old car. You need a 100-point inspection.
Yeah, well, I did give it like a pre-purchase inspection, but it was just like, okay, like the electronic dash was fine when I bought it. It was working good. But over the course of my, 9 to 10 months of ownership, the dash had started to flicker a little bit. I'm going, those dashes are like $3,000 to have rebuilt. I only paid like $5 for the whole car. And I can't just put it back to normal gauges. It has to have this digital unit. I'm like, you know what? Nah, this just ain't for me. And I ended up bailing on the car. I sold it basically for an even push and walked away from it. 'Cause I'm like, I don't want to live in fear of my own car.
It's much... Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now, that Corvette is gonna be the one that got away. Because I heard that it's mostly like the transmission issues. That if you delete everything, it's just what you want to focus on is just the transmission issues.
Oh, like the
And
Doug Nash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the differentials. That's all you need to look at. Because if the clutch is cooked, at least now you know the problem. It can be easily replaced.
Yeah, I say because the clutch was fine. The car ran and drove with no issues. It was just like the electrical bits and stuff that scared me. But I had a devil of a time selling the car too because nobody wanted the stick anymore.
Right. So, do you think it might be the power distributor
Uh,
or the fuse box or just the alternator?
no, because I know for a fact it was the cluster because I could whack it with my hand and it would come back to life again.
So it's just the power distribution.
Oh,
or
is that
like the electrical gremlins basically?
pretty much? Yeah.
Uh,
Which terrify me. I'm not good with electrical. I don't do much with it. Even though I work at a shop, we don't do. We don't do electrical at our shop. So it's like I'd have to pay the shop next over in town to do it, and they would charge me a lot of money for that.
Hey man, charge you a lot of money, but it's probably gonna return on investment afterwards. At least you're gonna be able to drive it more and then sell it more.
I suppose, yeah.
If the car's that's like now that work, you got a C4, a classic muscle that works with deleted cat exhaust.
Yeah.
So,
I suppose maybe one day I may regret that sale, but I've also used that money to fund a lot of my education repayment, so that's been kind of nice. And I'm also now hunting the next car on my list, which is the Sil 80 that I want so bad. So I'm hoping it all works out in the end, because I don't know, I don't know exactly what I should have done with it, but I don't have a day where I'm like, I haven't had a day where I've missed it yet. It's like I always look back and I'm like, oh, I'm glad I got rid of that. I feel better now that it's not hanging over my head all the time. Maybe I'll look into one again when I'm more financially secure later in life.
Still 80, huh?
Do what?
Still 80, huh?
Sil 80, yes, that is the. And I will say, I know it is a car from Initial D, and that is where I saw it first. However, Mako and Sayuki's version of the car is not necessarily what made me want to buy it. The first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat, whatever. It was the but after watching the show, I kept thinking back to that car, going, that was really interesting. That like, why did they put that? Like the pop-up headlights, are you would think would be the more pop culture popular choice, and it wasn't. The everybody wants the fixed, and I'm like, everybody, I mean, loves pop-up headlights, so why does everybody want the fixed so bad? Then I started looking into the reasonings behind it and all of the, we'll say, lore to it, and I went, oh, that's really a really cool story that the like the build process of that has. And the more I looked at them, the more I'm going, I can see the appeal of this car. Like, it's everything cool about JDM with the, it's front engine, rear wheel drive. It's just a small, sleek little sports car not roadster, small little sleek sports car coupe that is super, I shouldn't say super quick, but just super responsive and good to drive. It was enough, it made me want to go out, and I'm like, okay, if I'm going to put a lot of time and money into searching for the right car, I'm going to buy a cheap one first and test it. And I got my hands on a 91 240SX KA24DE, so it had the twin cam motor, and it was a 5-speed, and I got it for under $3,000 in 2020. I beat the drift tax on that car.
You are fucking lucky.
I was extremely lucky because I bought it, I can't say sight unseen. I went down, I looked at it, and the guy said, it won't start, it's unrepairable, I cannot fix it. And I went, does the motor have compression? Yes. I said, will it turn over if I show up to look at it? Absolutely, it'll turn over. I'll even make sure the batteries... He said the battery, as of yesterday, was still charged. He said, but I'll make sure I have a battery charger on hand just to make sure. We never even needed it. Flames with the hog redeem. But I showed up. He put the key in the ignition, turned it over, and that thing fired. Ran good and strong. I mean, sounded healthy for 4 seconds, and then sputtered and died. I went, okay, I'm satisfied. I paid him under the little bit under $3,000 that I promised him, loaded it on a trailer, and brought it home. The next day, I figured out what was wrong with it. He had gone through replacing ECUs and mass airflow sensors and everything else under the hood of this car. Never once looked at the fuel pump that was completely burnt up and not pumping fuel anymore. And on an S chassis, a fuel pump is not a difficult repair. It took me less than 30 minutes and cost me less than $50, and I was driving that car.
Oh, what an oversight. Oh, what a huge oversight.
Oh, yeah. Now, the reason...
Oh, no.
Now, normally, I would have... Because that car was an absolute monster. I mean, it ran really well. It drove really well. Had BC Racing coilovers on it. Like, it was a good car. I sold it for 2 reasons. The first of which being the motor. Yes, it ran really strong, but it was burning 4 quarts of oil every... What was it? 3 or 4 quarts of oil every 1,000 miles. So I took a trip that was about... What was it? Oh, man. And it would burn worse the longer it ran. So I took a trip that was maybe an 8-hour to 9-hour round trip. And I used a full 5-quart jug of oil during that.
Does the engine on that thing just eat it right up?
No, this not usually, but this particular motor had 200,000 very hard miles on it, and the rings were just wasted inside this engine. The second reason was that the quarter panels had been covered with glass over fenders, and when I took them off, I found out why. Somebody had cut and spliced quarters off of a different hatch S chassis onto this car, and then just kind of rigged it up so it stayed in place. And I'm like, oh, I don't want this car anymore. Those quarters are barely hanging on the car. They were there, but I'm like, they weren't attached properly. Like, the quarter didn't line up. He cut it too short. So he just took like a big piece of plate metal and welded it on the inside and never fixed the gap on the inside of the car when you tore the inner paneling off. Then he just bondoed over it on the outside, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this thing isn't actually like very structurally, or not structurally, but like the structure of the body is not good, and I don't know if I necessarily want to keep this car in my garage.
It's gonna be instant delete as you speed as if you're actually driving in the wrong speed if you're under that condition. No, yeah, I kind of feel it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I gotta get it out.
yeah, so what I did, I took it, and also when I bought it, it had this green body kit on it on a black car. It was neon green on a like a charcoal gray black. The body kit, and I counted because I couldn't believe how it was held on. The body kit was installed with 3 zip ties on the front bumper, and the rest of the kit, which included the rear bumper, both side skirts, and the front bumper, was held on with an astounding 11 2.5-inch wood screws.
I just said to just leave and cancel this collab just after hearing that.
It was. Now, I didn't do it. I did not install that myself. That was the way I bought it.
I know you did. I know
Well,
you did.
You'll be proud of me because I took it. I brought it home. It didn't even make it home. I took a friend with me, and his dad had come down to buy a boat same day, whatever, in the same area of the state. So we waited for him, and we had like an hour while his dad caught up. So I looked. I handed him a screw gun and a driver, a bit driver, and I grabbed the other one. He went, "What's this for?" I said, "Go back, open up the trailer. If it's green and it's still touching the car, make it not touch the car anymore. I want it gone." So he went through, and him and I together stripped that entire body panel while it was still in the body kit off while it was still in the trailer, and the car had come with its stock front bumper and rear bumper, and I just ran without the side skirts while I had it. And that car, I put all the stock stuff back up. I bolted it all back together. The car looked so much better. And then, lo and behold, I put it together with bolts, and it stayed. It was the most amazing thing. It's almost like bolts are how you're supposed to attach it.
I swear, like, these JDM enthusiasts think that they can get away with, like, the simplest things. Like, no.
No.
So as someone who wants to be a drift hotshot and thinks that, oh, every problem can be fixed with zip ties, and like.
Oh yeah, well I asked the kid. I said because he said, man, because I had my dad's enclosed trailer at the time that I had brought down to bring it home, and he looked. He says, "You know that's not going to fit in the trailer, right?" And I went, "What do you mean it's not going to fit in the trailer?" He went, "It's going to rip the front bumper off. Look at your ride height." And it was down, and it had been sitting in his yard for like a week, and it had rained, so it had sunk. You could tell it hadn't been there long, but it was stuck. I'm like, I don't even have a place to attach my winch to tow it in. I looked and went, well, I said, how much of a big deal is it to take the front bumper off? And he went, oh, that's easy. Whips his pocket knife out after he pops his hood and goes click, 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 and lifted it off. And I went, what? He's like, oh yeah, it was just on there with zip ties. He said, I had it fall off on me on the road the other day. He said, it was really inconvenient. He said, that was the day before it quit running. And I'm like, you moron. Like, it fell off the car and your solution was 3 more zip ties? What? So yeah, he just ripped the front bumper off of it, and I towed it up in without the thing. He set it back on the car when we loaded it. He's like, there's your bumper back for you. And I'm like, dude, you could have just taken that out to the curb and thrown it away for what I care. That was the cheapest, junkiest body kit I've ever seen in my life. Oh, some people should not be allowed to work on cars.
See, if I have like about 3 to 5 years, just like experience on a hands-on kind of thing, because the thing is, most of the things are usually hands-off, and I'm more of like a race-oriented person. I'm more of like into CADing a lot of stuff, rather than just.
You're like the engineer of the group, not the hands-on mechanic person of the group.
Yeah.
Okay, but you even you know, being an engineer, no, you don't put. Okay, what do you build a car with? Bolts.
Bolts. Nuts and bolts.
Yes.
You don't.
Exactly. You don't
things
use
that you put. Things that you put to cover your bread out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now okay. If you're, I'm trying to think. Okay, you cracked an inner fender well. Okay, zip tie stitches are appropriate here. If you have a shield that's rattling, okay, you lost a push pin or something. A zip tie is appropriate. You have a front bumper to install. No, zip ties are not what you use for this.
Most of the air, most of the first collision resistance.
Yeah,
Literally the first thing that will protect your car.
ex-
If it fails, that's you. That's you. Your head on a pike, kind of.
oh yeah.
Could be a literal thing. Yeah.
Well, you know what the best part is? That fiberglass green bumper he had on there, he had taken the crash bar out. It was in the back seat because it didn't fit under the new body kit. So he did a crash bar delete. Why? You leave that you make room inside the body kit to accept that. You don't take that out. Oh, it's so painful to just think about. Vincent said he's taken 30 screws out to remove 75% of his Kia's interior, and 50% of those screws were in the dash. Yeah, that's because it's a 2017 Forte, Vincent, and because everything in modern cars is put together with snap pins. Try working on like an 88 Trans Am. I took the interior out of one of those once, and holy crap, was that a lot of screws.
Better yet, Nissan pickup.
Oh, I had one of those too. I had a D21 hardbody with the KA single cam in it.
Yeah.
And holy crap, was it awful. Of course, mine was also a rotted out turd bucket.
Just the front bumper alone is going to take you more than 3 hours.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Chrome, mind you. So you're lifting the additional weight as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not it's not a light piece of kit. It's a heavy boy.
Yeah.
And I love they put that anemic single cam engine in those trucks. They were awful trucks. That my
Computers.
What was that?
That's why. Wonder why cars are built so cheap yet cost so much. Computers. Literally, that's the reason.
Oh yeah, yeah, pretty much. That's if we were still running like, okay, unpopular opinion, the peak of vehicle technology was 1995 to 2005. They had just got away from vacuum systems mostly. It was very basic and simple electronic controls that, for the most part, worked without having 92 computers. I'm looking at you, every Chrysler ever, with a module for each individual door. The most.
Why do you think 95 Corollas are bulletproof?
Exactly. Yes. There's a reason. Like every reliable car that hits 1 million miles comes from like the 90s to mid 2000s. They are so simple, yet so effective.
The 03 Civic, that's a hybrid, still works after 400,000 miles.
Exactly. Well, what's the one Honda has a? Let me see if I can type it up real quick.
Fit? The Fit?
It's an old Accord. Yeah, million mile. Yeah, they're million mile Honda Accord Joe. They call it Million Mile Joe. Let me see, what year is this?
Is it the square body?
Yeah, it's a 1990 Honda Accord, and he's done factory maintenance on it. Yeah, meet 1 Million Mile Joe, a 1990 Honda Accord owned by Joe Lociero. It reached 1 million miles, currently at 1,002,517. All with the original. Let me just pull this up.
Ludacris's Acura Legend that's 2002 already has 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. They actually took it and put it in the Honda Museum, and it has its own like plaque. It had 185 oil changes, 72 tires, 9 timing belts, 13 sets of front brake pads, 31 transmission fluid changes, And it's on the original engine, transmission, AC system, power steering, fuel injectors, brake calipers, and more. No accidents, and was towed once when the original fuel pump died at 741,000 miles. One car, 15 years of testing, and a grueling Northeast environment, and 1 million miles later is proof that Made in America is the best in the world. That is an impressive car right there. And it sits next to a red Acura NSX. That's cool.
The iconic Acura Imola Red NSX.
Yes, it's that.
Next to Million Mile Joe, it's that iconic.
That's how important that car is. Is that a 90 Honda Accord in like the most basic like light blue silver color sits next to one of the rarest Acuras of all time.
That's just how it shows that that's an engineering marvel. You shouldn't have taken that for granted.
Yeah. Nowadays you get your Dodge Dart that pukes up its entire head at 100,000 miles and cries every time it doesn't get its oil changed. It's right on the mileage. Vincent says, "Holy crap, that's a lot." I actually had.
No.
Well, what was the one I had? I had a Jeep with that same multi-air engine that like all the new Chryslers and Fiats have. The girl came in, basically customer states vehicle stopping, or stalling when going around a corner. She'd just go around a corner and the motor would shut off. I'm like, what? Yeah. Turns out, out of its 5.5 quart oil capacity, it had 1/2 quart left. And because that engine is a multi-air and the valves are opened with oil pressure solenoids, every time she went around a corner, the oil pump would suck air out of the oil pan. It would have no oil to give to those solenoids to open the valves. The valves would simply not open and the motor would shut off.
How many miles has this car already accumulated, by the way?
That one was pushing 85,000 at the time.
This is her first oil change.
No. No. They had several oil changes, but of its 5.5 quart capacity inside the motor, it only had 1/2 quart left. It was burning that much oil in 85,000 miles.
Ay.
Mm-hmm.
Cars just aren't built what they used to.
Nope, they are. Like I said, there's a reason my daily driver is a 2002 Chevy Avalanche 1500. It's basically a Suburban with basically a step-side bed and toolboxes hidden inside. It is the perfect truck for me because it's a car, a truck, an SUV, it has towing capabilities. It does everything ever. And it's also O2. So when it breaks, I call the local AutoZone or O'Reilly's, order, $58 worth of parts and fix it. Oh.
One of these days, man, when you over-engineer something, yes, it's fine to over-engineer something in terms of safety. But sometimes safety comes at a price.
Uh-huh.
You have to know that once all that say, oh, you got a plush 6-point 10-star rating airbag system. Do you take for account of the maintenance cost of all that electronics that's inside the car?
Nobody does.
Normally they don't.
Okay,
Normally they don't.
something as simple as tires. Buying tires is just buying tires, right? Ooh, no.
Not anymore.
Well, okay. Do you know what Let me just punch this up, because I'm going to get this right on the internet, so I know I have the right numbers. 2021 Ford Edge. Whoops. EDG. Edge ST. ST, there it is. Tire size. Nope, that's not right. What's the... There's a version of the Edge. I can't remember what it is. Is it maybe it's the 22 Ford Edge ST? Or is it RS? RS? Did they make an Edge RS?
Well,
There it is.
What are you on?
Yeah. It's an alternate size. Okay, I found it. The 2021 Ford Edge ST comes with an available trim level size where the tires are 265 4021s. Now I'm just going to punch that in. 4021. Oops. And it looks like on... here we go. Okay, 4 brand new Pirelli Scorpion Verdes. They are, for a set of 4, $1,200. For a set of 4 tires to fit this vehicle.
I am not surprised.
And that's actually pretty cheap, because the ones that my supplier can get at my work, when I saw the size, I had to know. So I put in a call. I said, what is the cheapest tire you can get me at this size? Now, mind you, this is what I would pay as the shop, not what I would have to sell them for as to the customer. My cost as a mechanic to buy them from my supplier was $482 each for a set of tires. Now that's $400 per tire, $482 per tire. So that's pushing $2,000 before markup and installation.
The only dreaded thing other than the tire concerns, really, if you think about it too, is the fact that what if your TPMS sensor fails?
Yeah, then you got to take that tire off of there. How scary would that be, taking that tire off? There are supercars with cheaper tires than that. Vincent says, my dad's truck went 20 years on factory motor and transmission. Water pump failed. He put an 03 Suburban LS in it within 48 hours and was running again. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much also... He said he would also tow a 7,000-pound travel trailer with it. That's a big trailer.
Simplicity is the best key whenever you're not trying. You're supposed to be reinventing the wheel here, Chief.
Exactly.
Goddamn.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Refine it. Simply find a way to, instead of reinventing the wheel, find a way to make the wheel slightly lighter. That way it's more efficient. Or make it slightly stronger. That way it's more durable. Find something to do with it. Don't try to make a new wheel. It's already good. Just leave it be.
Anyway, it's already 8:54 here, Soji. I'm gonna let you know. You gotta go keep practicing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to just keep trying different cars and seeing what I can find, because right now I've only done anything with A-Class, and I also want to try some cars up towards the S1, S2 area as well, just to kind of screw around with stuff, see what I like, see what I don't. Make sure
normally normally what the tier is, and my recommendation, have fun with a muscle car in A-Class. S1, start building up the more serious stuff like GT300 spec, and then S2, just go for just straight up LMP.
Okay, something with just a redonkulous wing on it.
Yeah, that's why. The policy on choosing a car though is this: if someone already chose that car's locked, and you're not allowed to use it.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I actually screenshotted the ones you picked. That way I knew they were out of play.
Yep.
I don't think that actually affects me too much, though, because as good as your cars are... Yeah, you've got the Civic Type R, the Morris Minor, and the Brabham BT62. I would never use those cars anyways. Those are not my style, so that actually works out really well.
I have to leave the convoy because I'm about to head out because I actually need to go work.
Oh, gotcha. Well, I will let you go then, but thank you very much for all the help this evening. I do appreciate it.
Sorry if I took some of your time just storytelling, because honestly, I've been hearing a lot of your mechanical nightmares, and dear lord, that is terrible.
Oh, that's the fun part, though. I'm glad you did share some stories, because that was fun to just sit and talk with somebody who's into cars like that. It's pleasant. It's nice to have somebody to talk to about stuff like that, so no need to be sorry. I quite enjoyed that conversation.
Alright, Soji, just keep practicing, and at the end of the day, just let me know. you know, which cars that you're gonna select. And remember, it's not until a month away, so you have time.
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to do this now. I have time. Like I said, I'm not locking anything in yet. I just wanted to tinker and have some fun with this tonight and kind of see. But it does work out good now because now I can run time trials and stuff on that track. I know where I'm going. I know, where the start and finish lines are at. That way I can really get it dialed in. So.
Yep, yep. All right, Soji, I'll see you later whenever.
All right. See ya. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, later.
Bye. Oops. And. Oh boy. Make that. Oh, no, that's me. Hey, okay, that one got it. Sweet. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. She could drop in for a bit and hang out. So, it looks like for now, though, it is back to just me. Let me get some BGM on here, and we're going to just keep trying with cars. Now that Sadie is not on voice chat with me, I'm going to be reading chat a lot more. I didn't want to be rude to her and try to read chat a ton, so I was trying to keep up with it, but I know I missed some stuff. I do apologize. I don't read chat as much when I have somebody I'm on Discord with. It's just it's too much to try to do at one point in time. So I do apologize for that, but I try to do what I can there. There's that. There's that. I forgot I had the Big Bill Hells cars thing pulled up. Anybody who's in our 18 chat knows what that is. There it goes. I saw my DMs, lol. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, by the way, JMEC. I appreciate that. What DMs? Did I send you something in DMs? I didn't mean to if I did. Let me look real quick. Whoops, no, that's not it. What did I? Oh, yeah, I responded. Well, my user. Oh, yeah. Me and Liberty were complimenting Sadie earlier. I did see that, Vincent. I didn't respond to it. She didn't seem super comfortable about that, so. I know I know Sadie is quite well endowed, but if we could maybe not dwell on that, she doesn't seem to be super comfortable with that, so. I probably would appreciate that if you guys wouldn't mind. I like I said, I didn't know it. I didn't know she was super uncomfortable with it either until, like, you said something and she said she was going to bonk you. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's not exactly a joking matter with her, so we'll maybe not go there right now. It's all good. You couldn't know until then, so I just figured I'd mention something for next time. Maybe don't do that, just as a thought. Like I said, I'm not trying to hate on your diss. Yeah, that was just my thought. So, just so you know. What do I have to work with here? I'm gonna try one more. Let's build an S1 car. Actually, you know what? We're gonna build an S1 car. Me and Liberty were in VC. I had a hunch you guys might be the way you were talking. That and Liberty hasn't been here in a while, so. Last note, have you seen the reason why I chose the Morris for the hill climb? I have not. I have not seen the reason you chose the Morris for the hill climb. Let me look. Did it say on the thing? Oh, it's a Forza edition. Interesting. I did see it's a Forza edition, but I don't know if that makes a difference. Vincent says build an Integra. Well, let's build an Integra for the... Let's build an Integra for A-Class. We'll do one more. Sadie said she'll DM me. I'm curious to see what this is going to be. It looks like Veery is streaming. Hopefully she's still alive when we're ready to raid. That'd be awesome. Man, you have 8 mil? Yes, I do. I only have 800k? Yeah, because I save my money religiously in this game. I don't go and buy a ton of cars. I just buy what I want. Which usually isn't much, because I usually already have it. Huh. Integra Type R for 25 grand. I wish! Same. Ooh, is that a Toho paint job? Look! It's a $100,000 Honda. It's there now. Oh! Oh. What is this about being ranked 374? What? What the? Holy crap! It's a rocket ship! Yeah, okay, I understand why you want it now. Bloody hell. I believe the appropriate phrase is boot, scoot, and boogie. I do believe is the appropriate phrasing for that type of driving. Holy crap! Yeah, I understand now. Wow. You weren't messing around with that thing. That's S1, huh? That'll be interesting. I gotta figure out what I want to build for S1 now. I honestly don't know. S2 I think is going to be easier because there's less to choose from. I'm an engineer first, mind you. You could have fooled me. That you're putting the engineering to work in the right department then, because holy snot is that thing fast. All right. Garage upgrades tuning. Run over. No, we're not running over Ghoulie, and we're not hurting Koi tonight. No, no, and no. We're not doing that. There aren't even rabbits in this game. The only thing I can hit is a coyote. Alright, so we've got an Integra. All we have is Forza Arrow for it, and I would rather puke. We're going to leave that. Not even a coyote. What's in this game, then? Ooh, so that's a lot of those are stray dogs, and that's actually a culture in Mexico. Oh, okay, that would make sense. Wing delete? Oh, I like the wing, man. Without the wing, this car just looks like a glorified Honda Civic. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is. But that's beside the point. We're gonna swap out the stock 1.8 for a 2-liter K series, I think. We'll leave the front wheel drive. Type R wing equals ugly. I quite like it, actually. Well, I mean, you get your choice. Here you go. If they stay, the gods smile upon. They either end up in someone's house. If they end up in someone's house, they either stay or they leave. If they stay, the gods smile upon you. I've never heard of this before. Of course, you being from Texas, you probably have more info on the culture down there. That is something I've never heard of. Huh. If they leave, that means the family needs to work on themselves as a family first. Interesting. I have never heard that before. That is really interesting. Okay, you get stock or you get Forza Arrow. And nobody wants Forza Arrow, because it looks like you forgot the back of the car. It's got no butt now. Okay, look. Just listen closely. You're going to hear my reasoning. Shorty got them apple bottom jeans with the fur dog looking at her. Yeah, there you go. That's my reasoning. J-Mac just says fair. I'm not saying it's the greatest wing in history. I'm not a huge fan of it. But you gotta at least have something back there. Maybe it's because I only see them with no windows and no wing. That is entirely possible. Yeah, these things are usually... Well, they're not usually a Type R that you run into, because these are $100,000 cars now. B, usually, yeah, if you have a base Integra, they're usually clapped. They're just awful, awful, awful cars that are beat to crap. Not because they started awful, but because they've been treated awful during their life. We're just gonna go with the race 6-speed. I still want an Integra. Oh, don't get me wrong. If you could actually find a good one, they're a pretty good car. The problem is that you'd have a hard time actually finding said good one because everybody beats them to crap. It's like, I wonder why this Honda Civic was used hard and put away wet. Well, because it's a Civic and nobody cares. Yeah, that's what happens to the Integras, despite them being empirically better. Yes, tire letters. I like this idea. Can I get... Oh, yeah, we can bump to 18s. Nice. 18s. Yes, please. We'll go with some different wheels on this one. I think some... Do I have RPF ones? You see... Where's Enki? Oh, it's not in this. Ooh! Yeah, I like those. By the way, I clipped that. Hell, that'll show up on the Discord later. I'll have to watch that. I wish I would have done better singing. I was just screwing around. I wasn't actually putting into any effort. I can sing a lot, you know. Shawty got them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. That's really... She hit the floor. There's my singing voice. Shawty got low, 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 low. Yeah, I don't have my deep voice tonight. That's not going to happen. You get my point. I could have put more effort into that. I was just screwing around. I didn't think anybody would actually clip that. Okay. I'm now realizing I can scooch back over a little bit. I had scooched over to make some room for Sadie while she was on, but now that it's just me again, I can readjust myself. The title is way better. Oh boy. Now I don't know if I want to know. Ooh, 48 big horsepower from that. And another 40 from the block. Can I get any pistons? No. All I can ever hear now every time I say piston is the thing from Cars. He won 6 piston cups. He did what in his cup? It's like, God damn it, Mater. All right. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this now. Where's my Discord? Reasoning 101. Tenacious related dumplings people's champ. Okay. Reasoning 101. You are not wrong. Now I got that stuck in my head again. Discord, I'm howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer afternoon. Discord, whatever did we do to make you take our world away? Alright. We've got the yellow, so I'm not the only one who found that more funny than what it was. Alright, let's take this over and try it. I'm not even going to drive it. Oh, yes, it's the high-low song, I think. There's one song in this playlist, in this synthwave playlist that I listen to, and it's this. I don't think this is it. This is one of the good ones, though. What is the name of this song? Are they tagged by time? I don't think so. I don't know. I wish there was a track list. There's not a track list for this. It's unfortunate. Man. Yeah, I wish there was a track list, but there isn't on this particular one. He did what in his cup? Exactly. Okay, I need a longer... I already can tell I need more... I need longer first gear. No. Tune car. We're just going to draw this out till it's a 5-speed now. Not even going to worry about 6 gear. Alright. Ah, scuffed it. Alright, let's do this. Integra type art. I have no idea what that other guy's packing, but it seems to be a pretty fair race. I've just got the jump on him. Oh, boy. The liftoff oversteer. Oh, my. Also, don't have to worry about timing. I think I'll end up timing you on the stream as well so you get the gist of how good you're running. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you for that, by the way. Come on. I do not like this Integra so far. It is just... I might take Sadie's suggestion next time and try a big muscle car. Just something with a lot of power right off the bat, but maybe has crap handling like an old Camaro or something. That way all I have to do is basically just beef the power up a little bit. Just a little. Whoa! And the Type R gets out ahead of me. Whew. Come on. Yeah, like an IROC Z or something. That could work really well. I don't know if there's any in FH5 right now, though. I do find it amusing that the guy I'm racing is also in a yellow Type R Civic. Pretty much the same thing as I'm driving. For DC2 running A-Class with the acceleration bias 50 front, 25 on the deceleration. I probably could try to... I haven't actually tried to mess with the diff, so that could help. Oh boy. My problem is that the it's not the front end I'm having a problem with. The back end wants to step every time I touch the brakes. This is where I should be able to really put some time down on him, though, because I don't think he can handle quite as well as I can. I think I'm on the better tires here. Well, and then I go and bin it. Are you still running car? Yes, I'm on front-wheel drive. Oh, no. Yep, I was reading chat. Yeah, I'm still running front-wheel drive. I tried rear-wheel drive with the CRX, and it just made it astronomically worse. He must have slowed down and waited for me or something. What? What are you doing, man? This is a race. You don't slow down for your competitor.
You have arrived at your destination.
I'll let you know when I can come up with something. Yeah, just let me know what you think of. Whoa! Okay, that was not my fault, the game lag. Probably not be... Yeah, just let me know. Like I said, I'm not sold on the Integra either. I'm just tinkering with stuff. So if you got any ideas to improve what I'm trying, please let me know. If you got any other ideas on cars, I'm going to try to get an Alpine still and try that. I'm going to try a couple old muscle cars, a retro car, a retro muscle, like an IROC or something. I'm just going to keep trying random stuff. You know what I really want for this? A Pontiac Fiero. I wish that was in this game. I might get Game Pass soon. Have you ever tried the RSX instead? I have not, no. I just tried this because Vincent asked me to try an Integra. Whoa! I was probably going to try an S chassis next, actually. I don't know if I'd want to go S14 or 15 or 13, but... I know what I'm doing with this car, though. If this was GTA, I'd be hitting the Y button right about now. Yeetus the Integra. Not my favorite vehicle right now. I believe I can fly. Bam! How do you make a Honda Civic do 200 mile an hour? You shove it off a cliff. Woohoo! 13 is most comfortable. Maybe try the S2000. I actually thought about the S2K. That is a good idea. 13 is most comfortable on street tire and rear wheel drive. I actually do like the 13 as well. I mean, honestly, I want a SIL 80. That's a 13, so that is certainly a thought. I have a good A-Class one. I actually had a good A-Class S2000 back in FH4. I don't know. I'm going to try some S1 and 2 stuff now. I've messed around with A-Class for over 2 hours now. And I do want to try some other stuff here, because I want to probably stop here in another, 20 minutes or so, I think. It is a Sunday night, and I do want to have a little time to relax before work in the morning, before I have to go to bed. Alright, so what have I got? My cars. S2K is one of the best A-Class overall. This is true. Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. That'd be another good A-Class car. You're not wrong. What would be a good S1? Performance class. More of a Subi good? Subi's not usually my bag. I was telling Sadie earlier, me and flat motors don't get along as well. Do I have an IROC Camaro in this game? No, Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. Oh, wait a minute. So, like... Where's it at? So, like this one. I think. Wait, is this... Yeah. And you will see the reason why. I think I actually already have one built for this. And it's even got Ryo Watanabe's paint job on it from Pro Street. It's not quite S1 class yet. What tires am I on? That'll tell me what build this was. It is on slicks. Do I have more power available? I think I have... Yeah, I've got all the upgrades in it. We'll just run this. It's 6 PI short, but I can test. I'll test it with this, because it's already built. S1 894. Yes. God, whoever did this paint job did a really good job with it. That is straight out of FH or Pro Street. It used to be in Forza Horizon stuff. Oh, God, I would love to know why my jaw hurts right now. You know when you chew gum and you haven't chewed gum for a while? Oh. Yeah, I can already kind of feel that. Drag your arrow all the way to handling. Okay, AFK might be back before stream ends. Okay. I'm going to be on hopefully for maybe another 15, 20 minutes or so. Arrow. All the way to handle it. Okay, that's cornering. Then I might not make it back. If you don't, I will see you on the next one. So, alright. Here we go. Lancer Evo 10. Ready, steady. Oh, crap, tires, right. I almost forgot. We will see, then rock away. Okay. Almost forgot. 15 PSI on the tires. Gearing looks okay. Alignment looks good. Everything else I think is okay. Whoops. Hey, I didn't want to move yet. Anti-lag ready. Steady. Launch. Oh my... Hey, that thing just kind of yeets off, doesn't it? That's the way I want a car to handle. Yes! Holy crap, this thing. Yeah, this feels really good. Oh, hey. Brakes are a little better than I thought they were. Used to all the A-Class stuff I've been driving. This is a time attack car, yes! So much better. It's got more lateral grip than I think it does. I keep wanting to turn in early. Go. Wow, this feels good. Oh, come on, big turbocharger. Keep spooling. Yeah, this is Nirvana. This is how driving should be. Oops. Wait, what's this? That's 2 would be. Considering the Escudo Pikes Peak cars. Oh, S2. S2 would be considered the Exodus Pike Peak cars. Okay, now I got it. Now I got it. Yeah, I can kind of believe that. But I'm here to tell you, S1 is my, this is my happy place right here. It's not so fast I'm overwhelmed. This is, like, perfect for me. S1 is my home. Oh, man. Whoa, I swung it a bit wide. Alright, no harm, no foul. We'll run it a little wide there. It's not making the track shorter, so I don't feel bad about that. Alright. Yes! This is how a car should drive. Whoa! Hey! I forgot, this car's also a lot faster and I can't take these flat now. I love that it'll pull. You turn and it actually helps pull you through the corner instead of pushing you away. That feels amazing. If you hit the gas in the corner, the car actually pulls you through the corner to the right or left, whichever way you're turning. It doesn't fight against you. Yes. Yeah, this is how driving should feel. Oh man, this is perfect. I kind of want a Lancer in real life now. I've had the pleasure of driving a 10th generation Lancer. Not an Evolution, sadly, just a base Lancer, but was a stick, and it was absolutely an awesome car to drive. I did quite like it. Whew. Someone's choosing the Quad R9 RX-7 for this class. I could see that. Oh, man. Yeah, that was nice. Whew. I could... The quad rotor... I'm guessing you mean the quad rotor... Quad R9 RX-7. You must mean the quad rotor. 4-rotor RX-7. I could see that. 357, by the way. That's not bad. I feel like that's pretty quick for this. I feel like that's pretty decent for what I did. Is that good for S1? Alright, let me see what else I got here. Oh no, that's the festival playlist. The Hexen Emery 356C. Okay. I'll be honest, I forget about these. By the way, yeah, excellent, actually. Awesome. I may just end up running that, because I quite like... That was just... That's everything I want out of a car right there. The response was good. Like, I may just go in and, like, fiddle a little with, like... You know, okay, can I get any extra, like... If I add a little bit of... if I take away a little bit more rear camber, can I get the rear end to stabilize just slightly on those S-curves? Other than that, I'm very, very satisfied with how that drove. If you're doing sub 4 minutes, you're in the gold zone. Let's go! It's got so much gold, I'm dripping. No. I will take that, though. That is my kind of, Yeah, I'll just sell that. I already have one. But that is the thing I like to hear. Whew. Bad decisions. Oh. Okay. Okay, so there's a new car. It's a 71 Myers-Manx livery? Okay, whatever, dude. Ooh, I got 4 super... Let me download the gift car while I can. It's basically a free dune buggy with a QR code. Seriously? That's dumb. Ooh, a 93 Mustang and a Mercedes-Benz X-Class. We'll sell the X-Class because I have no interest in a big, heavy pickup truck. A GT4C Lusso. Or GTC4 Lusso. Interesting. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Almost had myself a P1. But I get another 100, almost 200 grand. I'll take that. Change car. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. Let's go S2 class. Actually, I think I know exactly what I want to run here. I can just leave it here. I know it's going to be the basic. It's BTS featuring Snoop Dogg. Interesting. Don't get me wrong. But the music did sound pretty good. Fair enough, then. I'm going to go to bed. Good night. Thanks for hanging out, Vincent. Have a great night. And I could definitely see BTS, because BTS has that vibey music, and then Snoop's good on a beat, so I could see that. I just find it amusing that that's how they choose to market it, is in a car video game that really doesn't have that big of a music following. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's music in the game, but my first thought when I think, yes, Forza Horizon, reminds me of Snoop Dogg. No. That's not... It doesn't remind me of that. It also doesn't remind me of BTS. A Hennessy Venom F5 on a hill climb? Ooh. I don't think I have the Venom F5 yet. I still haven't unlocked it out of the Forza. Are you a madman? Well, you see, this is the, as you know, the AMG 1. And I may or may not have custom built this car at S2 specifically for grip racing. Oh, that's the AMG 1? Yes, this is the Project 1. And this thing is... the backstory. You thought it was the CLK GTR, didn't you? Oh, no, you thought this was the Venom F5. Okay, that makes sense. No, let's see how this does. Yeah, I realized that. That's what you were asking. Alright, come on. Move, GTR. This is where things get a little bit hectic. Come on. See how this AMG 1 actually feels very akin to that Lancer Evo from the last run. Whoa, that was a bit much on the exit. I have made a hash of that now. That was a mess. Ooh, but it's a grippy boy. Oh, I overcooked that one too. Crap. Back on the road. It's me not realizing how much faster this car is because it feels so in control. That actually handles better through those corners than the Evo did. So it looks like my biggest struggle, weirdly, is the slowest class. I'm better in the fast ones. That's funny. Like I'm bad, better, and then worse. Or I'm bad, great, and then better. Come on. Keep it on the tarmac. Oh, hey, overcooked that one. God, I can't believe this motor revs to 11,000. I wasn't watching where I was going. Tried to check chat again. Gotta stop doing that. That feels a lot faster. Woo! I was cooking there, I know that. I don't know if that was any good for a time, but that felt good. And that was with several mistakes. I lost easily 4 or 5 seconds there over the course of that race. But the AMG did well coming up the hill. Not bad at all. What else do I have up towards that S2 area? Performance class. 338. Is that a good time, or should I be lower to 330 area? Unfortunately, your goal for time is full of 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. There's below. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, but I also had several mistakes there, and I can definitely tune that in a little better, because that's tuned for Goliath high speed. I could definitely dial that in better for lower speed stuff, I think. Oh, this definitely has some potential. Like, that could be good, the Zonda R. I think the Divo's too heavy. Whoops. Oh, no. Crap. Performance class, there we go. Yeah, because I have a lot of stuff here. The problem with the MG ones is that cannot manipulate the aerodynamics manually. Yeah, that's the downside, is it is slower in the corners. Or slower on the straights because of the aero. But you know what else has potential? The Vulcan... Ow! Ooh, that was my elbow. That hurt. But something like the AMR Vulcan Pro could be good. The Zonda R. I might try a CLK just to see. I also have the CLK GTR Forza Edition, which could be good. It says handling's a 10. It's 10. It's freaking 10. Ooh, I have the Corsa Calenti 488 GTB too. Interesting. And I have the FXXK Evo. Believe it or not, the Bugatti Divo. Really? Divo handles? Is good. I'll give it a half a run here. So that's about the time I'm ready to sign off, but I'm going to give it a half a run up the thing just to see. This is quite a cool looking car, if nothing else. Whoa! Surprisingly, it handles. Interesting. Maybe it's got so much weight that it kind of creates its own... its weight is its downforce, maybe? And I know that's not how it usually works, but... You know, we're just going to fast travel. My peak tests after 10 runs, I'd made 3 minutes and 28 seconds. Really? I'm assuming that's a fully modified one. This thing's bone stock. I'm just going to start here. Be close enough. I know the first part of it, so... Yep, okay. This won't be quite that fast, obviously, but... fully modded. Yeah, because this almost has to be. Because right now, this car is... Oh, it's actually okay. Yeah, it's really heavy. You can feel that. Wow, it's so heavy. The Divo's made to handle it. You know, I didn't think about that. It is pretty much a handling pack for the Chiron, isn't it? That does make sense. Whoa. Yeah, it's not bad. It definitely needs some tuning, because this one's bone stock. Might have to try that at some point. Alright, good to know not to rule this thing out, though. Whoa. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stop it there because my eyes just involuntarily closed while I was going around the corner. I blinked and they didn't want to open again, which is telling me it's time for bed. Alright, let's find out who we're gonna raid. Thank you for all the help tonight, Sadie. I really appreciate it. That is definitely something I'm going to be playing more with over the coming month or so, because I'm gonna be real, I'm a try-hard and I think it's fun to tinker with this kind of stuff. Yeah, go get some sleep. I think I will. I feel like I could use it right now. So the first things first. I can, oops. Yeah, I can close that. I can close this, and this, and this. And I can open Twitch to see who we're going to go raid. Who shall we raid tonight? Oh, perfect. Viri's still on. We're raiding Viri. Easy pick. Oops. Twitch. VIRI. DIN. There it is. Viridian K. And now I need to pull up her stream so I can watch. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I do really appreciate it. Oh, good. She's still creating a character, so she's definitely not. Well, she's definitely not almost done yet. So, all right. But have a great night, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. This will not be the last you see of Horizon 5 here in the near future because I am quite enjoying this building cars thing. I love building cars for a purpose, but I haven't had much reason to recently. So, having some reasoning as to why I should do this is awesome. So,
I don't think so.
have a great night, guys.
So, hold on.
Like I said, thanks again for watching. My name is Soji, and I'm out of here.
He's as
Viridian
right
K is
as
playing
snow.
some Sims 4, I think it said.
There we
So, go have fun and support
Okay,
her.
blue skin, please. Yeah.
Good night,
We're gonna fix
guys.
it, we're
I'm
gonna
out.
fix 'em. With the